Hi everyone and welcome to the Bud Rebel Show. I'm so happy to have you here tonight, and as you know, this show is a very, very unique podcast. The podcast, as you know, will have really cool different products that we will talk about, new ideas that we will see nowhere else, and these ideas will either make you money, lose you money, or just at least make you think. We'll be talking about some of the current exciting new ideas out there. We'll have a special guest that we always have that has a very, very unique angle. And what else I wanted to say before I start. My voice has been saved by Fisherman's Friend and this herbal cold cap. So if during this show my voice does go bad, you can blame it on Fisherman's Friend. I had laryngitis earlier this week. It was really annoying for someone like me that loves to talk. So, before I go any further, let me introduce you to our special guest tonight. His name is Rich Brega. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, that's correct. Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Hey, it's great to have you, Rich. Rich, I've heard that you're a different type of musician.
Yeah, certainly. If you can call me a musician at all. No, I'm just joking. I'm an extreme metal vocalist, so I scream in deathcore bands and stuff.
Okay, so for those that aren't familiar with deathcore versus, let's say, I was brought up in the 80s, so I get a little of like Bring Me the Horizon type music, I'd say.
Cool.
Deathcore is what? Fast, or what's the difference? How do I define that?
It's a lot of different things. It's very breakdown oriented. However, at the same time, it's a lot. I could talk about this for quite a little while.
So we got a few minutes.
Okay,
cool. Quick summary of it.
All right, so basically, it's a subgenre of metal. Bring the Horizon used to be deathcore, actually, believe it or not, in the earlier days.
So it's like a faster pace, basically, right?
It can be, but there are also moments where it's really slow, and you'll sit there and think, someone who's never listened to this, like, some people don't even know that this kind of music exists. They'll be like, "Can I swear? Can I swear?" Okay, I gotta know.
Okay.
Yeah, people are like, "Holy shit! Like, this is music." Like, some people can sound like a garbage disposal. Like, who would have thought that the human voice could even do that?
Now, how did you get into this whole genre?
Oh gosh. Okay. This genre in particular.
Were you a singer growing up as a whole?
Yeah, so my musicianship stems from being a little kid, actually. I've always enjoyed performing. I always, whenever something was on the TV or something with my parents would be watching something, I'd get up if there was something going on, and I'd, dance around and sing along, whatever the heck it was. And my parents were like, "Oh, okay, I think we know what he wants to do." And it kind of never went away. I was classically trained in singing. I did choir for 6 years in high school, or middle school and high school. And then I always liked really angry, aggressive music. I think it's because I was always, I was an angry kid growing up.
But it's interesting. So choir is more not.
Yeah.
They don't do any. I wouldn't say metalcore music in the choir band.
No. No, they don't do that in the choir, but I didn't know I loved music until I didn't know I loved music until I started doing that, and then I found all the different kinds of music that I enjoy, and I kind of jumped in from there.
So now you're growing up, you're doing the choir music, and all of a sudden your first band that's sort of hit you in that genre is what?
Oh, the first metal band that I liked, that really hooked me. I don't know. I always liked heavier music growing up, Like when I was a kid in the car, I would listen to 3 Days Grace with my dad, or
So your father liked the same music, wasn't he?
Kinda. My dad's more of a Frank Sinatra guy, but in the car we would have K-Rock on. That's what 92.3 used to be.
Right.
And I would hear that. I would hear some Linkin Park. I'd hear, and I was like, okay. I always gravitated towards it. I thought it was cool. But the first band that really caught me, and I was like, wow, I love this, was Metallica. Absolutely, okay. Metallica was the band.
So you started singing, is it metal? You started doing this screamo type of, you call it screamos?
Yeah, for people that,
Okay.
it's screaming.
What would you say when you first started? How old did you start doing that?
I was a junior in high school when I started screaming.
Did your family like this? Was it popular?
They were very taken back by it. They didn't really know what to think. I was a guitar player before I was a vocalist, and I was still doing hard rock bands and stuff when I was younger. Probably starting at like freshman year of high school, I think, is when I had my first band. And we were, we stunk, but we tried to play heavier music. And my mom, when she first got me a guitar, she was like, "Oh, he's gonna play things like John Mayer or Bon Jovi." And I, sorry, Mom. Sorry.
So then you get into band, I guess. And how do you learn to do this singing? This type of singing. If I want to learn how to, also become
if you want to become a metal vocalist like this, okay.
I can't do this now probably because I just had a laryngitis again. Fisherman's Wharf.
Yo, this stuff is the best. It's incredible. Try it.
They didn't sponsor this at all. I'm just saying this.
Okay, it doesn't matter. He likes it. It's gotta be great.
So far, I'm still talking, so it's good.
Okay, so if you wanna learn how to do this, it's Have you ever seen the movie The Grudge?
The Grudge, yes.
You have.
Yes.
Okay. You know the sound that the
monster makes?
Yeah, the monster makes. I was like,
yes.
If you can do that, you can scream.
Okay, so that's when you first started learning how to do it from The Grudge?
No, I just yelled. I just tried it.
Did you take lessons better at this?
No, I didn't actually. My buddy Dave, he was the vocalist of one of my first bands, and he was pretty good for So I was like, "So do you do it like this?" And I kind of just did it, and he was like, "Yeah, actually, that's exactly how you do it." And I don't know, I just kind of naturally figured it out.
Now, it's sort of scary for older people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the angle? Is that what we're trying to do? Or is it just aggression? What is it?
I like to think that it's an outlet of aggression, right? Like I said, I was always a really angry kid growing up. So this is something that's
a good outlet.
It's a good outlet for me. It sounds mean. Like, could you imagine if I talked like that? If when I came up and I met you in my screaming voice, I was like, "Hey, my name is Rich. It's nice to meet you." No, you'd probably be like, "Holy shit, this guy's weird, man." But
So let me ask you a question. Are there different types of that you have?
Yeah, there's
so you want to give the audience a little variety of the different types, and then
Okay. The two main ones that most people know are fries and false chords. Fries are more of like that grudge sound that I told you about.
Let's hear it.
All right, so it's like.
I'm really scared.
That's like a fry, and a false chord, which I do my lower screams like that. They're a lot more beefy, a lot more powerful. Like, let's step back from the mic. It's like.
That is scary.
Yeah, terrifying sound, isn't it?
Yeah. So I was going to ask you actually.
Sure.
Can you do "I Love You" with you know what song "I Love You"?
I don't know. Sing it for me.
I love you, you love me.
Barney.
Oh, the Barney song? Oh no, I'm not gonna do all that right now.
Yeah. Can you do like a Mary? Like a regular like Mary Had a Little Lamb?
I'm not gonna do the whole thing. I mean, I gave you a little demonstration.
Yeah, a little demonstration.
Do happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Do happy birthday.
That's really gonna make me do this right now. Okay. Alrighty, hang on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
I'm gonna save that for my birthday.
You better. Save it, and you know what? You guys save it, record it, and play it for his damn birthday.
Wow.
Alright?
Alright. So interesting. And you're in a band now, right?
I'm not anymore,
Are you
actually.
not?
I just left my last project a couple months ago. Nothing against them. I love them as people. They're amazing people. The band is called Black Lotus. You guys should check them out. I have I came to a crossroads in my life, and I have some things that I need to take care of right now.
I don't know if you want to discuss it with the audience. Is something you can tell us about?
I just need to get my shit together.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I guess that's So it's good. What kind of work do you do? Other than singing anyway?
My day job, I'm a construction worker.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm a general laborer. I hate it. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's not fun.
Well, I sell the supplies, so. Listen, I was also wanted to know, I heard something, an interesting angle. You like fishing.
I do like fishing.
Now, when you go fishing,
Mhm.
usually the goal is to catch the fish and to eat the fish.
Well, it's to catch the fish for sure. I actually don't like seafood. It's a weird thing. I don't know why.
So what do you do with the fish? You give it to your friends?
No. Well, depends. If it's like just regular freshwater fishing, I'll catch and release. If I'm going like big game fishing or something, or if I like go salmon fishing or something, yeah, for sure, I will take it home. And yeah, I'll give it to my family, my friends, whoever, decides that they like it. Or, despite me not liking it, I do enjoy cooking. So, sometimes I'll cook something and I'll be like, here you guys go. Here's some fish, here's some smoked salmon or something, and yeah.
That's great. How would you like to hear some great, good, or lousy business ideas?
Some business ideas. All right, listen, also, I like to think of myself as a little bit of a businessman, so I would love to hear what you have.
All right, here we go. These are the ideas that hopefully someone in the audience out there will work together to make it happen or so forth. As you know right now, a lot of the movie theaters aren't doing very well.
Okay.
They keep closing all day long.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think what we need to do is take those movie theaters and they're pretty soundproof,
Okay.
So you can actually have shows in some of those movie theaters. You have some of the smaller bands play there. And you can also make it up at the other side, you can make it a family theater. Where one of the biggest things is you want to take your kids out to see a movie, you don't want to, get a break sometimes. You can make it a family theater. So you can segment the theater in different venues so it can survive in the today's days, you might say.
Okay.
What do you think?
It's possible. The thing about making a theater, especially for family things now, I think that's a cool idea. However, with the popularity of streaming on the rise, that makes it a lot more difficult because everyone can just sit in the living room and watch a movie that's out now. It doesn't make sense to go pay X amount of dollars to go somewhere to watch it when you already pay for something that's going to have it in your own living room.
Well, that's why I was saying that another part of it would be the live shows.
Okay.
Bands would play there.
I think that's interesting.
Or acts would play there and it could be a small venue. This way people have talent instead of changing movie theater to be like local talent and maybe local shows and stuff like that.
Now, that's my kind of music probably wouldn't be as prominent in those areas, and the reason for that is because of the seating.
Right.
My kind of music, there's a lot of mosh pits. There's a lot of,
so might have a little bit of the mosh pits and the seats.
So you kind of can't do that. But I do think that's a good idea to have maybe a small thing for stand-up comedians or any kind of talent that can get up on a stage whatsoever. I think that's not a bad idea at all. I think that could be cool.
Change it. Okay, here's an idea I thought of when I was a really youngster. It's called garbage fun.
It's called what?
Garbage fun.
Okay.
Garbage is never fun.
No, it's
right?
not.
But you have to get rid of the garbage, and your kids probably don't want to throw garbage out.
Okay.
So you got to use your imagination on this one. What it is a they throw the garbage, and the garbage can is a big mouth. When the garbage is thrown in the mouth of the thing,
okay,
it makes a noise like that's delicious. Or you have the basketball, like it's in the basket. It's like 3 points. Wow, you have a great shot. So what it does is makes throwing out garbage a lot of fun. I thought this such a long time ago. I never did this. Now I don't know if you're laughing because it's good. I think it's not that.
I think it's interesting for sure. If I saw that somewhere, I don't know that it would make me want to throw garbage out more, but it would definitely make me laugh when I did it.
And not only that, but I'm talking about little kids. You have kids in the house that want to clean up. This may give them incentive to clean up the garbage. Now, if they miss the garbage, that's a problem.
Yeah.
They may want to throw everything in the garbage pail, and then they have a little problem.
Yeah.
Maybe the throwing in the garbage pail is not such a good idea. Now, I think I might have invented something by accident.
Okay.
It is called strawberry coffee.
Strawberry coffee.
I don't know if it's out there.
Okay.
So what happened is I had coffee.
Coffee.
And
Okay.
I didn't have milk.
Okay.
But I had strawberry milk.
Oh.
So I mixed it together. It was really good.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if it's out there.
I'm almost certain that somebody else has done this by now.
I'm sure, but I've never seen it out there, and it's really good flavor. Okay. So let me know out there if anybody knows that it actually exists, the strawberry coffee.
Okay, well actually, so I have something for you, believe it or not.
Okay, great.
So, have you ever heard It's a mix of blueberry and pumpkin. You like pumpkin flavored coffee? You like
I think it's
pumpkin latte?
overkill. I am so
Yeah.
tired of pumpkin. Everything's
Okay.
pumpkin.
Well, check this out. It's called a Blumpkin Spice Latte.
That
So
exists?
what it is blueberry and pumpkin together, and you should try it.
Does it exist at all?
I don't. Well, I'm pretty sure if you go to Starbucks and say, "Hey, let me get a pumpkin spice latte," sorry, it's such a funny
Pumpkin
name.
spice.
It's a funny name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is pretty funny. Yeah. Have you been watching anything interesting streaming lately?
I finished The Watcher. That was a good show.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
So last time I told The Watch was stupid.
I liked it. I
It
thought it
was
was
so
good.
dumb. It was so long.
I didn't really understand the end that much. I was like, okay, look, like,
It was good.
who
until-
did it, whatever, but
That was it.
who do you think did it?
I don't care.
Wow, really? You don't like it that much?
I lost it like episode 4. How many episodes were there? I was like, I'm just tired of the show. It's so tedious. I'm like, I don't care anymore. I'm
Okay.
bored. I got you even said who did it. I don't care.
Okay,
I
hey,
just don't care anymore.
to each their own.
Yeah.
I wonder, but
But if you want to see a great show,
Mm-hmm.
Inside Man.
Okay, I have not seen it, so I
Inside Man on Netflix is
On Netflix,
amazing.
okay.
It's sometimes you watch these shows and like amazed. You're like, wow. I'm like, I can't even think of something this spectacular.
Okay.
What happens in that show? It's a person that there's 2 people on death row.
Okay.
They're like detectives who people solve problems.
Okay.
One guy got killed his wife, and the other guy killed a lot of people. They're really bad people. They're not nice people, but people come to their problems to solve problems. I don't know how it comes about.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this one person who's a priest, a really
Okay.
nice priest guy, and I don't know the whole story for everybody. I apologize, but there's a priest character, and the priest character gets a drive,
Mm-hmm.
and on the drive has from this kid that's having problems with his family.
Mm-hmm.
He hides the drive from his mother, tries to keep it secret for
Okay.
him for a minute. Unfortunately, somebody else comes over the house
Oh boy.
and takes that drive
Mm-hmm.
and puts it in, and he says it's his son's drive,
Mm-hmm.
and puts it in the computer. And
Yeah.
on that, and then on that drive is child pornography.
Oh, that's a rough one.
So the lady that's in the house
Mm-hmm.
thinks that this is their son's child pornography.
Oh damn.
So now this is he's a priest, but his son is going to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like telling him, don't say anything, whatever. And like she's got to say things morally wrong. So eventually she gets trapped in the basement, and they don't know what to do with her, the priest.
Mm-hmm.
So what it's based, I don't want to ruin it. I'm ruining about to say this, but the basic concept is in life, we can all turn bad
Mm-hmm.
when to turn wrong circumstances, and how it could happen.
Well, I mean, it's not really wrong. It's true. Like.
But we don't know what happens.
Okay,
So
fair
I
enough.
don't want to get into more detail.
But I like the concept of what you said there, right?
But
So
it's
it's
just done so well. Every episode's really exciting. Every episode, the acting's tremendous. The plot's tremendous.
Who's in it?
You- No names.
No, okay, all right, fair enough. That's a pretty good selling point, though, is knowing somebody.
You know what? It's interesting that you bring that up because it's like such a. Well, we just made a film that is coming out, and we have it all done. And everything's really good. Undead.
Okay.
The only problem is, we have the celebrities. We have celebrities. I'm not going to mention who's in it.
Okay, that's
Because
fine.
the point of the matter is, it's so interesting that people go, who's in it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know about. We had a young lady last week who's an incredible talent, and she's not like a big name yet. But how do they get started unless everybody says who's in it?
It's true.
So it's
Sure.
just like I think we should give it. It's important to know who's in it if you're like an actor, but sometimes it's good to know. Watch it. I just watched it because it was so intense. I guess they have great actors in it too, so that was a big factor of it. So I'm up to something we haven't shown, which I forgot last week.
Okay.
I apologize to you out there. It's called Strange Facts.
Strange facts. Oh boy.
I was watching one of my podcasts, one of my favorite podcasts
Mm-hmm.
on the air, and it was about owls.
Owls. Okay. Owls are cool.
Owls are pretty cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, they are very cool. We're just going to bring up to something else in a minute, but we're not bringing that. On the Strange Facts, okay, owls, when they fly at night, you can't hear them.
Fucking sweet.
Isn't that wild? Isn't
That's
that
sweet.
wild?
I love this, by the way. I love cool animal facts. I live for this.
It's
So
such a wild thing that they fly. They have like a special thing that they can't hear. So like when they catch a rat at night, a mouse at night, they have no idea what's going on.
they also see in black and white.
I never heard that part.
They do.
And then the other strange facts about owls is that this is a pretty nice story about owls.
Okay.
That the mother owl will sit on the nest for 24 days while the babies are being born.
It's a long time.
Yeah, and during that time, the father owl will get the food for the mother owl.
Mhm.
For the mother owl, she gets a little fed at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but during that time, she stays there with the baby eggs until they develop.
Okay.
Isn't that crazy?
That's cool. 24 straight days. That's long.
MILF delivery. Daddy, do you order a MILF?
No,
Got a
I
car
don't know.
full of MILFs.
You got a heart full of MILFs.
Ah.
That sounds great. I have
That's
a girlfriend.
really
though.
weird.
Thank you.
I don't know what milk is.
MILF?
I ordered milk.
Oh.
I think it was
That is
That's really weird. Okay.
That's a big mistake. All right, well, I'll take my MILFs to the dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I never know what pops in the show.
no, I guess not.
I don't know what milk is, to be honest with you. I know.
You don't know what that means?
No, maybe it's something nasty, I think. Right?
It's an acronym.
Okay, I'm not going to let if the audience doesn't know it. It's better than that. I mean, I'll leave it like that. That's fine. Okay. So, we also have what we call a continual story in this,
Okay.
in this show. It's called The Planet of the Rat. Okay, I don't know if you know about this, but recently,
Mm-hmm.
scientists have been putting brain cells in rats to study Alzheimer's and dementia,
Okay.
but human brain cells in a rat.
It's
It's a little
interesting.
weird. So my story starts out where one of the rats escapes.
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna have to add a line to this.
Oh,
There's a line
jeez.
missing before. This is the last line that happened, but you can add your own line. And if you don't, I have my own line anyway. Okay, especially because the mice have started to accumulate into one big mouse. And I think it's a metaphor. I don't think they're all one big mouse. Do I add a line to that story?
Okay, so they accumulate into one big mouse, and it's a metaphor. It's not like
It's a metaphor. Okay, so what I explained to you is that the mouses come out, and I said that all of a sudden these mouses have brain cells. They escape. One of the mouses escapes.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So now I think what the young lady was expressing is now the mouses are working as one.
Okay. And now so all the mice together. So one has escaped, right? I'm just trying to get like my head wrapped around this right now. So they've all escaped, or one of them has escaped, and now they're all working together. The rest of them are working together, or
Yes, I believe all the mouses now are working
all the
together.
mice are working
No,
together?
I'll give you a step further back on this a little bit. Basically, mouse are scary enough, but an intelligent mouse, that's really freaky. Now, and mice also, they also reproduce very fast.
Yes.
So if they're reproducing with human brain cells, then these mice that reproduce
People
are
are
much
freaking
smaller.
stupid too. People do dumb stuff all the time.
So now you have these mice that are scary,
Okay.
that are reproduced,
Mm-hmm.
and they are able to, let's say, do worse things to people
Okay.
because they're actually smart.
What are they gonna do? They're like
Attack people, I don't
they're gonna
know.
attack people. Have you ever
Yeah.
seen a mouse? They're like this big.
But if there's a lot of them, that's what she put together. They accumulated as one mouse.
Oh man, if they all think is one, but there's a whole bunch of them.
They're like
Oh
one
man,
leader,
it's
like
like
an
that.
army.
It's like that Rick and Morty episode with the Unity thing.
It's like an army of mouses.
Oh crap, an army of mice.
Want
Okay.
another line, or you want to go to the next line?
Give me another one.
Alright,
No, this is a
This is my line. This is my line. I'm adding a line. Right now, I'm writing it down.
Okay, go ahead.
And
Oh
how-
my god, you wrote a
I
line.
know write yet. An owl eats one of the mouses.
One of the mice.
Nice, thank you. And has the DNA transferred to it.
Okay.
So now you have mice on the ground
Okay.
and owls on the air. And now you have a real serious situation.
Okay. Yeah, now we have enemies on the ground and above.
That's right.
Crap.
It's like Air
What are we
Force
gonna
and
do?
Army.
Dude, we're screwed.
All right, I'll let you, if you come up with a line, don't worry about it.
Okay,
I'll let you
yeah.
pause. It's fine. Don't go crazy with that. I also, before I go any further, I want to invite the audience to become more involved in our show. We have a Gmail, It's the Bud Rebel Podcast at gmail.com. Pretty easy. Bud Rebel Podcast at gmail. And I really want you to get involved. How can you get involved? Well, you could send us music. We can compare your music as independent artists out there. We can have your music played out there in this event. You can even add it to the opening act if you want, if you like. We also have a skit that we're thinking about shooting. I'm only going to give you the name of it. It is called Oreo or Serial Killer. Your decision is going to be made. You can comment on the bottom of that.
Oreo or serial killer.
That's right.
Remember that. It's going to be huge.
You have to decide what we're going to do with that, if that's the direction we go. Also, on your comments, what do you think we should add to the show? What should we take out of the show? Hopefully, you want to keep making. But is there any other direction you want? Is there some types of products you want me to test? Or certain things that you think would be interesting? We're here to listen. This is really your show, so I want to make sure you knew that. Yeah, so I wanted to just give an update on the film, The Undead, by the way.
Okay.
It's a feature film we produced.
Sweet.
Yeah, and right now we also everything's done. Production's done.
Cool.
Sound is done. Not sizzle reel, I guess. The trailer's done, and we're actually in this mode right now in looking at possible distribution for the film.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's really exciting. I mean, it opens up new avenues that I think is really exciting. I had once told the people that are involved in it, I'm investing some monies into it. So if the monies come back, we're going to do another film.
Cool.
And I'm actually looking at different concepts to write up, or one of the older ones that we're working on as a whole.
Okay.
And going to pull back. One of the things I always believe in is pulling the people in that were there the first time. So if I do another film, the basic crew and cast are invited to join us again, basically, if we can put them in.
Okay, cool.
One of the ones that I'm going to give a secret and get information on, I should, but it takes a lot of money to make a film. So
Yeah, I've heard.
I'm looking at a concept. As a musician, you might think this is interesting.
Okay.
Where an artist creates music that causes people to kill other people.
It's very similar to what I do.
I hope not.
Well,
people.
mosh pits, it's aggression, anger, don't follow through on these things,
Well, I was curious, by the way, when you do these shows, have things got violent? Have things got out of control?
I've seen some stuff. I've seen someone pick up a garbage can and throw it across the room, crack somebody right in the head, and it pulled them out. Yeah, it was bad.
Now, these mosh pits can be dangerous too, right?
They can. They can.
I mean, it's almost fighting in a.
Well, I like to think about it this way. Every kind of music has a style of dancing. Right? Am I right? Am I wrong?
Yes, I am.
Okay. This is very angry music. So the dance moves are very angry and aggressive. And that's why it looks like
All right, you're right now in a temporary spot. I'm going to give you a business. You can create this. I think I saw it already, which bothers me because it was my idea a long time ago. You ready?
Okay.
Yeah. You got this dancing exercise. What do you call that thing? Zumba? I think it's Zumba? Right? Zumba, whatever.
Sure.
So why don't you create dancing to mosh pit exercise without hurting people?
It's called capoeira.
What is this?
Well, it's not really that. Capoeira is a Brazilian martial art of dance fighting.
But is it actually? It's a form of dancing?
It's dancing and it's like kicks and crazy things. It's a real thing.
It's
called capoeira.
This sort of sucks as idea. Well, you can create. So you can do exercise and fighting and dancing.
Well,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it's an exercise period because it's like you're basically fighting similar, kinda, right?
Is with the music, like the mosh? Music?
I don't know that much about it. I know that it kinda does. There's definitely some kind of music playing, and typically you do it with a partner, right? So and there's a lot of kicks. You gotta learn how to duck and do. It's
and it's dancing.
It's dancing, but it's if you get hit with that, it's probably gonna hurt.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty wild stuff. It's crazy. So I was gonna also end the show with a few notes. I was talking about how this political election,
Okay.
a lot of people were really, from my side, were very upset.
Okay.
Because it didn't go the way we expected. And that's a tough thing in life. When you have something you're expecting in life and all of a sudden things go the wrong way. Hope after loss, you might say.
Life has a very funny way of showing you that your plans are meaningless because it's just gonna do what it does.
It's an interesting point you brought that up because it's just the idea of you make plans and God laughs.
Yeah, that's very
I
common.
mean, it's such a hyped up thing that goes on. But what I think, maybe I would basically end the show on this. Oh, before I do that,
Okay.
if people are interested in your music still, even though you're not, doing this now, is there a website or anything else they can look it up on?
Absolutely. So you could find my old band Black Lotus on Apple Music, Spotify, Black Lotus MJ. That's Black Lotus New Jersey MJ. On Instagram, also on Facebook, Black Lotus. And our official website was www.blacklotusnj.com.
By the way, I'm going a little out of direction. What was your biggest song that Black Lotus came out with?
What was our biggest song? It was probably Born in Darkness. I think that was our.
Now, if we heard a little bit of that song, would we get in trouble on this thing? Is this a copyright song?
Screw it, play it.
No, I don't know if you want to put it on for the audience.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
Well,
I don't know how well it's gonna, come through. But
as long as we don't have any quote copyright issues, we have a little.
No, listen, I'm one of the people on it anyway.
I don't want YouTube to fine us.
No, we didn't belong to a record label, so it's okay. Is there? I don't know how well it's gonna pick it up through this.
Just put it in the microphone.
I don't know that that's gonna sound good, but we'll give it a shot. Whatever.
Let's hear a little bit of your big song.
All right.
By the way, before you introduce the song, can you give us a little background on it, what it means, and what it's about a little bit?
So the song was written about the Batman villain Bane, actually. If you saw the last Christian Bale Batman movie, Bane was in it, and he had his whole thing like, oh, I was born in the dark, whatever. And I was like, but my band, we were really into like comic books and stuff like that. So we were like, yeah, he's a cool character. Let's write something about him, and that's kind of what it came out as.
Okay, so this is basically about.
It's about Bane from Batman.
Did you send it to him?
What's up? Yeah, I did. I emailed it to him.
So a lot of your music has to do with what's it called?
Yeah, with comic books or anime stuff. That's what most of our songs were about. Though I enjoy that kind of stuff, one of the reasons I moved on as well, I want to write more personal things.
Okay.
More things that resonate more with me and how I feel about certain things,
And is that going to be the same metal? That's going to
same style of music, probably, maybe a little heavier. I don't know. We'll see.
I have another idea for you. You ready?
Sure.
I don't know if this is done. You probably tell me it's done. Country metal.
Yeah, someone recently, I think, kind of did it. I like country music, believe it or not. A lot of people don't.
Yes.
I think it's calming music. It's cool. It's not.
Like can you do that? Yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm not out. I'm not out listening to country on my way to like a party or something. But like if I'm sitting by a fire and I got beer in my hand, my girl by my side, like yeah, you know what? Country music is dope.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's all about the vibe.
Can we hear the song? Or
Sure, we can hear the song.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
I don't know how this is gonna sound playing through this microphone, but.
Like 14 seconds?
Yeah.
Thank you. Is that all you sing or there's another before?
No, that's me. That is all me.
Oh, so you're changing your.
Yeah, change my voice. I do
It's
different
great.
vocals for different things. Yeah.
House goes up, and I get that done in one set, or you record them?
No, I recorded that. That took a little bit of time. That was actually my first time recording myself too.
How long did that song take to produce?
Oh God, forever. How long did it take for us to do that? We wrote, recorded, and did all that over the course of the pandemic, and then we sent it out to mixing. and then it was mixed and mastered in a couple weeks, and then the whole record probably took us a good year.
Wow.
Probably a good year to get
the
right.
whole song? Or the
No, the entire record.
Oh, the album.
The whole album, yes. The one song, so the thing is, we don't do them song by song. We record them, and then, everything, and then we send them all out at the same time for mixing and mastering.
But in the music business, it's really hard to make any money, right? It's
impossible, man. Like, it's not impossible. Anything is possible if you put your mind to it. But
it's just a love with a passion to do it more than anything.
It's a lot. And you know what? This is already difficult. It's not a mainstream kind of music.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't on, this isn't on Z100, or if that's even, does that even exist anymore? Does anyone know? No, I don't even know. But yeah, it's not popular music,
But I mean, they're loyal fans, so that's good.
There are loyal fans, that's great.
Things and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good feature on that,
100%.
Yeah. I also, I wanted to end the show, by the way, on a note that, as I said, for many people, this has been a difficult election that's happened. And we had high hopes. But it's also about everything in life. There's so many times when you're feeling like you had a plan, you were so set to do it, and it just, God laughs at it. It's just like, it doesn't happen. So how do you deal with those situations? Personally, the election didn't really bother me. And so you can't relate to anybody else talking about how you felt about it. So what I'm going to recommend is a couple things. One is just do something totally different. Get into a new podcast, maybe our show. Watch a different movie. Just do something totally out of that realm until you feel good about going back into it. It's just you need to escape, and then have a different vision. If that's not what happens, then maybe there's something else you can do. Maybe you learn from the loss and move to a different direction that's better for you. We all have plans, we all have goals that we want to achieve in life. Yet sometimes those goals change as we get older and as life experiences changes. So keep hope alive, and you know what? You'll never know where your star is. It just might be hidden under a cloud that you never saw before. Thank you for joining us for the Bud Rebel Show. God bless, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.